Good morning, tribe, and thanks for hopping on again with me this morning for another coffee chat. If this is your first time hopping on a coffee chat, my name is Shakti and I host these periodically Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And I am the founder of Wellness Mama Shakti, which is my professional brand. You can visit my like page at facebook.com/wellnessmamashakti, or you can visit my blog at sincerelyshakti.com. So today I'm going to talk about something that's really hot in the sense that, particularly for women, I hear the conversation a lot. That's really the circles I hear the conversation the most in, is about youth and looking youthful, feeling youthful, increasing youth in their life. And I spent a year of my career as a therapist, massage therapist, working for a cosmetic surgeon. So I was very enmeshed in a world where primarily women, I might have had like 3 male clients the entire time I was there, 3 male patients. Primarily women were really caught up in maintaining the appearance of youth. And the things that they went through were often, in my opinion, really extreme to be able to maintain that visage of youth. And it's funny because the whole reason this topic came up for me to discuss today was because I was looking through my Facebook timeline and there was a picture of myself and a handful of my best friends 8 years ago celebrating one of our 21st birthdays. Yesterday was my best friend's 21st birthday, and the picture came up on my timeline because 8 years ago we had a massive party for her 21st, and then my birthday is coming up soon, so our birthdays are really close in line. And I showed my husband that picture and I was like, oh look, this was us in college. And he looks at the picture and he looks at me and he goes, how do you look better now than you did then? Nearly 10 years ago. I don't understand. Like, what? And he was really kind of dumbfounded and he just kind of looked at this picture for an extended period of time. And I've actually heard that feedback from people who used to know me in high school. I had a friend request me and say to me, did you find the fountain of youth? Like, how do you look the way that you look? And you're a mom now and you have a busier life now. And I found that really humorous. And I started reflecting on why. Why is it that I get that feedback now where people assume that I'm in my very early 20s, like 21, 22, instead of nearly 30, which I'm turning 29 in a few weeks. So I sat down to really think about what I have changed in the past almost 10 years of my life and how all of those things I think have attributed to what I would call age regression in my experience, but really to creating a more vital, youthful life. And I narrowed it down to 6 things that I have done, that I've changed in my life, that I think have really impacted how I feel and how I look, how other people experience me. And the first one is very obvious. It's food. So when I was in college and I was very young, I was partying super hard and I was eating whatever was available to me. I didn't think about allergies or food sensitivities or whether the food that I was eating was breaking my body down and increasing inflammation, or whether it was building my body up and helping me sustain regeneration of my cells. I wasn't even thinking about that. I was just thinking about food as, this tastes good, I want to eat it, let's eat it. And what I've learned in my journey, and this happened around the age of 23, I would say, when I went to massage school and I started to look at the body in a completely different way as I was studying it, I began to understand that food is never neutral. It does one of 2 things. It's either breaking you down or it's building you up, which is why ingesting things like superfoods is so important for the body, because unfortunately the way that food is processed now and cultivated now, it does not contain the same amount of nutrient that it once did. So even if you have a very clean eating lifestyle, meaning you only eat whole foods, you're still not hitting certain markers of superfood nutrient in your body that you need to have to create the certain number of antioxidants in your body, to combat free radicals, to help with cellular regeneration so that you look younger physically, right? So this is why I drink Shakeology, because to me, that's my superfood. It has everything I need. It has probiotics, prebiotics, adaptogens for stress. It has a ton of phytonutrients. It has a ton of antioxidants, super greens. A lot of people drink different things, but having a supplement of superfood in your life is really, really important to help you make sure you're retaining the kind of nutrient that your body should be having in order to thrive. So I changed the way that I ate. I started eating whole foods, and if I ate something that was processed, I made sure it had minimal ingredients. So no gluten as much as possible, minimal dairy, anything I knew that caused inflammation in my body, that I would drink it and I would feel bloated, or I would get a headache, or I would feel foggy or weighted down, I eliminated from my diet. And I started eating, like, grocery shopping the perimeter of my grocery store and eating things that either grew on the ground or were an animal or was a seed or a nut or something of that nature. And making that shift has dramatically improved how I feel as far as like energy and also the way that I look. So food was my very first go-to. The second was hydration. I never used to drink water. Water was like completely insignificant to me when I was growing up. I didn't come from a water drinking family. Like, no one really understood the significance of hydration, and I didn't understand the significance of hydration until I went to massage school and I understood how the tissue works in the body and how when you don't have hydration, you're dehydrating, literally dehydrating your skin and your fascia, your muscles. And so what ends up happening is all those fine lines that you start building on your face happens as a result of dehydration. So when you're not hydrated, or notice when you go out partying and you drink a lot, the next day you wake up and you're super thirsty and your skin looks sallow because it's super dehydrated, right? Hydration is really, really important to keep your skin plump and firm to look youthful, right? So that's the second thing that I added into my life. The third was exercise. This is a latecomer into my life. I did not value